Have you ever felt like you're carrying an enormous weight on your shoulders, as if your life was harder than it should be? This happens because often we accumulate unnecessary burdens, emotional, psychological, and even physical burdens that drain our energy and prevent us from living fully. Today, we'll talk about 5 of these burdens and how to eliminate them with wisdom, using the teachings of Stoicism to live more lightly and peacefully. Stay with me until the end, because this could transform your life. 1. The burden of others' opinions. From an early age, we are taught to worry about what others think of us, whether we're pleasing them, being accepted, or being admired. But this is an invisible prison, a chain that keeps us hostage to others. Approval, Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The truth is that most people don't care about you as much as you imagine. They're too busy with their own lives, dealing with their own problems and insecurities. So why waste your energy trying to please everyone? Every time you try to shape your life according to external expectations, you move away from your true essence. Free yourself from this. Build your own confidence based on your actions and values, not on external approval. Your peace of mind is worth much more than any external validation. 2. The burden of the past. Many live trapped by mistakes, regrets, and traumas from the past. They carry these weights as if they could change what has already happened. But the past is immutable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Instead of lamenting what has already happened, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow?" Stoicism teaches that we can only control the present. The past is gone and the future hasn't arrived. Yet, live in the now and build a better future. The past can teach valuable lessons, but it shouldn't define who you are today. Think of the great leaders and thinkers who faced failures but refused to be imprisoned by them. Thomas Edison failed countless times before inventing the light bulb. Nelson Mandela spent years in prison but didn't let that define him. What matters is not what happened, but how you use it to grow. Each day is a new chance to rewrite your story. 3. The burden of excessive worries. How many times have you worried about something that never happened? Anxiety is one of the biggest burdens we carry, as we get stuck in a future that we don't even know will materialize. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The key here is to differentiate what is under your control and what isn't. If you can do something about it, act. If you can't, accept it and move on. Life becomes much lighter when we stop worrying about what we cannot change. Worrying excessively is like paying interest on a debt you don't even know if you'll need to settle. Stoicism teaches that inner peace comes from accepting the present and committing to concrete actions. So whenever you feel you're being dominated by anxiety, take a deep breath and ask yourself, does this really deserve my energy? You'll see that most of the time, the answer is no. When you learn to live in the present, you become more resilient and your mind becomes lighter. 4. The burden of uncontrolled emotions. Anger, resentment, and envy are unnecessary weights that only harm ourselves. When you allow yourself to be consumed by these emotions, you're handing over control of your life to external factors. The Stoics believed that we should be masters of our emotions. When you feel anger, ask yourself, does this really deserve my energy? Most of the time, the answer will be no. Practice self-control and see how your life becomes lighter. Allowing yourself to be governed by negative emotions is like handing over the reins of your life to chance. It's not about suppressing feelings, but understanding and mastering them. When you realize that anger only harms yourself, that resentment erodes your own peace, and that envy is a distraction from your own goals, it becomes clear that these burdens need to be eliminated. Developing emotional intelligence doesn't mean ignoring what you feel, but knowing how to react wisely. This brings a level of freedom and clarity that few people experience. 5. The burden of toxic relationships. Negative relationships, whether romantic, family, or friendships, drain your energy and prevent your growth. Surrounding yourself with the wrong people can be one of the biggest obstacles to your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Choose your company wisely, for your soul will be shaped by them." Toxic people drain your energy with excessive demands, destructive criticism, or by manipulating your emotions. The more you remain trapped in these relationships, the more difficult it becomes to develop your true essence. Value relationships that add value and propel you forward. Seek connections based on mutual respect and joint growth. Learn to cut ties with those who only drain your energy without offering anything in return. You owe nothing to anyone beyond your own peace and well-being. Remember, your journey is too valuable to be contaminated by negative influences. Conclusion. Living with lightness and wisdom requires that you abandon unnecessary burdens. Free yourself from others' opinions, from the past, from excessive worries, from negative emotions, and from relationships that don't do you good. Each of these burdens that you release will make your journey lighter and your mind freer. When you eliminate these weights from your life, you realize that true freedom lies in your ability to act without being chained by what has already passed or by what others think. You become stronger, more resilient, and more centered. If you want to continue learning how to live more wisely and balanced, subscribe to the channel now. And to show that you've made it this far and that you commit to speaking with the posture of a real man, leave your like. Until the next video, Heir of Wisdom.